Okay, we'll start. Audio is clear? Okay. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya-madhyamam Asmadacharya-paryantam Vande Guru-paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya-kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम् ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत् वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोपला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामपि कर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैः रणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः पराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथासम्बोधनाबोधितं लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिन श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवं यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्दं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः ॐ Good morning and namaskaram to all. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are now in the 15th chapter, Purushothama Yogam. And we are on the 10th slokam. Utkramandam sthitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanvitam vimudha nanu pashyandi jnanachakshushaha. Utkramandam sthitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanvitam vimudha nanu pashyandi jnanachakshushaha. Utkramandam. See, we have been discussing about the jiva. What is the jivan? Jivan means the bodham or the consciousness which reflects in the mind. Okay, that is the reflected consciousness. Suppose you have got a bimbam and you have got a mirror, then there is an image on the other side of the mirror. So that is reflected consciousness. That image, along with the indriyas, along with the jnanendriyas, karmendriyas, etc., subtle indriyas, with the mind together, this is called jivan. The jivan is reflected consciousness plus the indriyas, jnanendriyas, and the mind. Already we discussed in the previous verse, etc. So the Utkramandam, the jivan that leaves the body, Utkramandam, that leaves the body, Sthitam va, that Jivan which stays in the body, and Bunjanam, it is enjoying the Loka Sukham, Dukkham, etc., all that, Bhogam, all that experiencing. So, who is experiencing the Sukham, Dukkham, etc.? It is the Jivan that is experiencing all this. Okay, so the Jivan which experiences and expresses through the gunas. Okay, it is expressing through the gunas. So, Utkramandam Sthitam va Gunanvitam Bhunjanam va Api, that Jivan which also or who enjoys the Loka, Sukha, Dukkha, Bhogam, etc., and experiencing the worldly pleasures and pains, expressing through the Sattva, Rajas, Tamo gunas. Okay, Vimudaha na anupashyanti. Those who are deluded means deluded by the Jada Vishayas, deluded by the attachment towards the objects of this world. That means who are totally a worldly person. Very simple. Whoever is a worldly person will be totally engrossed in all this, in the objects of this world, all these Vishayas, and they are the deluded person. Such a deluded person, na anupashyanti, they cannot see the Jivan. They cannot see the Jivan. Why? Because there are thousands and thousands of interesting things outside. So, the worldly person is more interested in the worldly things only. They don't have time to understand what is this Jivan or what is this Atma, consciousness, reflected consciousness, the mind, and it consists of what all the things, that is the Jnanendriyas, etc. There is no time for all this. So their interest is totally on the worldly things only. Even if somebody is talking about Atma or Jivan, they will not be interested. They have got, we don't have time for Vedanta. We have got other things to do. So such people will not be able to see the Jivan. Okay, this is very clear. Clearly we know. What is this Jivan? They will never know. That is what Bhagavan says. Utkramandam Sthitam va Gunanvitam Bhunjanam va api Vimudhaha na anupashyanti. They do not see the Jivan separate. They because everything is body only. They cannot see this. They won't be able to see the Jivan and Atma, etc. And they won't be able to differentiate between Jivan and Atma also. Because they don't know, they have never heard about Atma or never tried to understand what is Atma or Jivan, etc. Totally, they are Anatma Vishayas only they are interested, not Atma Vishayas. Okay? So, but Jnana Chakshushaha Pashyanti. Those who have realized the truth, they see the Jivan separate from the body. They know it that the Jivan is not body. Also, they can differentiate between what is a reflected consciousness, what is a mind, and also what is consciousness also. They will be able to see. Even they claim that the Jnanis, the Jnanis can even see the subtle body when it leaves the bodies. They can see, they say. They claim that they can see because this is Tejomaya. This subtle body, so the Jivan, it is Tejomaya. It is shining. How do we know? See, when we see a dream, the dream is all the lights are off. We go to sleep. There is no light outside. But we see a world, is it not? That is, it is called Taijasaha. Why it is called Taijasaha? The Swapna Drishta is Taijasaha. He is the Jivan which is experiencing a world other than this waking world. It is Tejomayam, it is shining. We don't need an external light to see that. That is why subtle body is also Taijasaha, it is shining. They can see this. The Jnanis can see. See, you don't have to be a jnani. Otherwise also, to somewhat we can understand a person's mind by through their actions, the way they talk, the way they behave, etc. We can come to some conclusion. So that itself shows that you can see the mind of another person, the subtle body of another person. You can know. You know what the other person is thinking, or what the other person can do to you, or can. Little bit of contemplation and understanding of these gunas are necessary. You should know what is sattva gunam, what is rajo gunam, what is tamo gunam, etc. And these expressions of how the individual behaves. What is it? Is it tamasic, or it is rajasic, or it is sattvic? All these, through these gunas also, you can somewhat come to some conclusion about, you can see the mind. That's what I mean to say. But a jnani can clearly see the Jivan. They can clearly distinguish the Jivan. They also understand, because they have destroyed all the desires. There are no desires. Through their Sravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam and contemplation, etc., they do Dhyanam. They can control all of that, and they can get into Nirvikalpa Samadhi, where the subtle body means Sukshma Shariram, is completely destroyed or removed. And when they come back to this world, transacting with people, etc., it can come back. But it will not have any ragadveshas in it. That mind is called no mindhoodness. There is not no mind, it is no mindhoodness. It will not have any disturbance. Nobody can cause any disturbance to a jnani. There is no prarabdha for a jnani. Okay, so the jnani, one who can clearly differentiate between a jivan and the Paramatma, also the subtle body, all that, they can clearly distinguish between all of this. And that is what Bhagavan said, Utkramandam sthitam vabi bhunjanam va gunanvitam vimudhaha na anupashyanti. The ignorant people, the ignorant of the true nature of self or other, will not be able to see this sukshma deham. They will not be able to see this, whereas jnani, jnana chakshushaha pashyanti. Those who have this jnanam, those who have clearly, completely destroyed the mind. Destroyed means no vasanas in it. There is no trishna in it. Absolutely no desires. Already we discussed, desire is the root cause of all other expressions of the mind. The jealousy, the anger, the greed, then the greed, kama, krodha. Kama is, that is the starting, krodham, lobham, moham, right? Madam, mada means that ahankara, that ego. All of this, everything comes out of the root cause is kama only, desires, trishna. I want this, I want that. Anything, let it be even the slightest desire is there inside, that will produce all other emotions which will cause disturbance to the mind. That is why Bhagavan said, Vihaya kaman yas sarvan, second chapter, Vihaya kaman yas sarvan pumam charati nisprihaha. There is no spriha, there is no trishna. Nirmamo nirahankaraha sashanti madhigachyati. That person only will reach a state of peace of mind, a peace, tranquility or equanimity. All that will happen only and only if there are no kama. Vihaya sarvan kaman. Sarvan kaman means sarvan, which includes even the desire to be free. The desire to be free. Moksham also is a desire, but that is at the end. That also will be transcended. That also will drop off. There will be no, absolutely no desire at all. Such an individual's mind is like a fried seed, they say. Fried seed, nothing can sprout from it. Okay, so such an individual will have this subtle body or the subtle shariram, sukshma shariram, completely destroyed. Such an individual can see the sukshma shariram of others. they will be able to see the Sukshma Shariram of others. That is what it says. And also self, of course. Then we will move to 15:11. Yatanto yoginaschainam pasyandatmanyavasthitam yatantopyagritatmanaha nainam pasyantyachetasaha. Yatanto yoginaschainam pasyandatmanyavasthitam. Pashyandi atmanyavasthitam yatantaha api akritatmanaha nainam pasyanti achetasaha. Yatantaha. Yatantaha means those who are able to control the chittavritti. Chittavritti. Those who can control, those who have controlled the chittavritti. Chittavritti means the thoughts of the worldly things, etc. Those who have got a good control over that. Yatantaha. And those who are practicing or establishing this dhyanam, vairagyam, etc. Right? Those who are yatantaha, yoginaha, yogis also, all those yogis. Atmani avasthitam yenam pashyanti. Atmani, in consciousness, in chaitanyam, avasthitam. So, they clearly know this jivan, enam. Enam means this sukshma shariri jivan. This jivan, pashyanti. They see very clearly. See, okay, we'll finish that. Yatantaha api, even though practicing this, but who have not reached the ultimate state, okay, akritatmanaha, chitta nirodham is not completed yet. There are still something is there inside. Some vasana is there inside. Some, because of God knows what is the prarabdham of that individual, because of that reason, that person will have total control of things have not happened. Because totally the truth is not assimilated. Okay? Akritatmanaha, chitta nirodham is not completed. Et achetasaha is, that is achetasaha. Achetasaha means the jada buddhi is not completely gone. Still some attachment is there. Little bit. And what is that little bit? That individual only knows. Nobody else will know. That individual may have some attachment towards maybe something, some ego is there, or some connection with the body, or some connection with one of the things outside. It could be anything. It could be anything. Okay? That achetasaha enam na pashyanti. This, they cannot see this jivas. Very difficult to see the jivan clearly. What does that mean? It means that, see, suppose in a still water, if there is a lot of foam, a lot of foam is there, the foam is so thick over that the water will not be visible beneath the foam. Is it not? These foam is like the covering of Atma. The covering of this Atma, Atma means this knowledge, self-knowledge, the realization of the self, that Aham Brahmasmi, that is covered by the foam sort of thing. What is that foam here? Is Raga Dveshas are the foam. These Raga Dveshas are so thick. And what are the reason for this Raga Dveshas? Attachment. Okay? It could be anything, as I told you. So these have to be reduced. As you reduce the thickness of this raga dvesha through our sadhanas, through the various processes, jnana yoga, karma yoga, etc., bhakti yogam, all that. Through those various sadhanas which we do, through the karma as done as a yogam. Means nothing for me, I don't need anything, because I understand my true nature is Satchidanandam, I am that Bodhaswarupam, I am never born, I will never die, and that is my true nature. Everything else is an appearance in me, right? Everything else, all of this is like an appearance on a desert, like a mirage. It is whatever the world that is appearing is not true. There is no reality in it. Through that constant contemplation on that, the disturbances that I think outside is my own wrong understanding. The disturbances that is causing is all because of my wrong understanding of this rope. I understand that rope as a snake. We can't do without rope and snake. So it is a snake that appears, and then all the fear and the anxiety, etc., is causing because of my not really understanding myself. That is the reason through this jnanam and applying this in our all actions. In our all actions, everything, all actions are to be done as an Ishvara Puja, Bhagavad Arpanam. Why Bhagavad Arpanam? Because all the actions are happening in this world of this Brahman only. All this happening is of this prana only, right? There is no reality in it. Knowing that all actions are done as an offering to Bhagavan, that consciousness, and I don't want anything for myself because I know my true nature. See, this is an area where everyone gets, doubts. If everything is Atma, everyone around, everyone is Atma, everything is Atma, then why do we do the karma at all? For whom we are doing? See, the answer is that individual that individual is a jnani. But the people around are not like that. Everyone is not a jnani. There are so many people who don't understand it, who don't realize it. So they need this and that. For their little bit of happiness, they will require things. They will need some money, they will need some physical help, they will need so many other things in this world. So, by which they will be happy. So, these are for the benefit of these ajnanis, for their welfare, this jnani puts his body and everything into action, and this we call it as Loka Sangraham. Okay, so the jnani doesn't want anything. So he puts all his efforts, all these actions, etc., for the benefit of others, knowing that everyone is God only. That is how we have to understand this. Okay, so this is always, there is a doubt among the people. If everyone is jnani, everything is Brahman, then why do we do karma at all? Actually, it's not necessary to do any karma at all. But still, people do karma. Jnanis also do karma for the benefit of others. Okay, whatever help that the jnani can do, that he continues. Whatever he does, that the body is been tuned or habituated to do, the jnani continues to do that. Okay, this is a digression. We'll come back here. So, yatanto yoginaschainam pasyantyatmanyavasthitam. Yeah, knowing this, that clearly knowing that this jivan is bodham. Jivo brahmaiva naparaha. Okay, it should be very clear. Yogi, those who have this total control over that, they know avasthitam clearly. They can separate enam pashyanti, this sukshma shariram, they can see. Okay, others akritatmanaha achetasaha, mean the jada buddhi is not complete, that means attachment is still there, they cannot see. Enam na pashyanti, they don't see the reality. They still think that the pratibhimbam is real. The pratibhimbam will not be real when you understand that it is a pratibhimbam and the mirror is there, and the mirror is the mind. The mind has got lot of raga dveshas, lot of thoughts inside. That is the reason the pratibhimbam is there. One who understands this have to get rid of all the raga dveshas. Then the pratibhimbam knows, I am not a pratibhimbam, I am not image, I am not a reflected consciousness, I am consciousness. I am bodham, I am consciousness only. My true nature is consciousness only. Whether this body exists, whether this body doesn't exist, whether all the bodies exist, whether all the bodies doesn't exist, etc. I am consciousness, I am bodham, I am that Brahman alone. One who understands this, he knows that the pratibhimbam is not true, the jivan is not There is no reality in the Jiva Bhavam. The Jivan, the Indriyas and all the emotions of this mind is unreal. There is no reality in it. Okay, so that person will be totally undisturbed, will not be disturbed at all. And if there is a slightest bondage, a slightest foam is there, like the slightest thickness, even if it is mild, it is very difficult. And it is very difficult means that also has to be removed. Will not be able to see this Jivan and Brahman separately. 12th, we'll go to the 12th. I hope I made clear. Then, if this is the case, so Jivan, all Jivas are Paramatma Amsham. We discussed all Jivas, every Jivan. What is a Jivan? Again, the Jivan is that which reflects in the subtle body. Okay, that which reflects in the subtle body. So, how many subtle bodies are there? Numerous. Numerous. See, this one is sitting here, then there are so many others sitting on the other side. There are so many animals, plants and celestials and whatnot. So, all in those subtle bodies, the consciousness which is one, which reflects in those subtle bodies, they are all called Jivas. So, all of these Jivas are Paramatma Amsham only. Right? It is the Bhagavan's Amsham. It is the consciousness Amsham only that is shining through this body and all the other bodies here in this universe. That is what Bhagavan explains in the next verse, 12th verse. Yadaditya gadam tejaha jagad bhasayate khilam yachandramasi yachagnau tat tejo vidhi mamakam. Aditya gadam, entering the sun, entering in Aditya, know that yad tejaha, that tejas, that brilliance, okay, that tejas, that illumining character of that Aditya, akhilam jagad, the whole universe, bhasayate, right? See, the sun illuminates the whole universe, correct? And who is there inside the sun? Consciousness. So it is that Bhagavan says in the last no, Mameva Yadaditya Gadam Tejaha Jagat Bhasayate Akhilam. Know that I am the brilliance of the sun which illuminates the whole world. See, the whole world is getting illuminated. Not only illuminated, the sun gives light, the sun gives energy to everything here. Every being in this earth, you, me and the planets, as the other plants, animals, everything is getting our energy only from the sun only. Right? So that much, whatever the light and this thing, it is illuminating the whole world, the sun is giving. I am the one who is there, who is giving this brilliance. The whole world and also the brightness of the moon and the fire, know that I am the brilliance. I am the one who is supplying all this. By sitting inside the sun, I am the one who is making the sun shine and give out all the energy to this whole universe. That is the meaning here. Yat tejaha akhilam jagat bhasayate. The whole world is getting illuminated. Illuminated means with energy. Bhasayate chandramas yad. Entering into the moon also. Okay. Entering into the moon also. Agnaucha. In the fire also. It is, I am the one who is entering the sun. I am the one who is entering the moon. I am the one who is there inside the Agni also. Okay. I am the one. I am. It is my tejas. It is my brilliance. It is because of my presence in all of this. These things are functioning and doing whatever they are doing. Okay, that means the I-ness, the I which is there. We cannot see the Jivan of any other Jivan, we cannot see directly, we cannot see. Correct? But we can see our Jivan, the one which says I, etc. One second. See, just think about this, what I am going to say. How do we know that there are so many other jivas here? The animals are there, right? The animals, the birds, etc. We see them moving around. They are moving around, some are making some noise, etc., doing certain karmas they do. When we see them, we say that they are also jivans, right? So, similarly, the sun is also a jivan. The sun also is doing an action, a karma. Okay? And the sun which is doing, what karma it is doing? It is illuminating the whole world. It is giving us light, energy, heat, etc., because of which we are all alive. If someone says that sun is a jada vastu, it is jadam, it doesn't have any jiva, you can see that how stupid it is. Similarly, Bhagavan is going to tell about earth also later. Earth also Bhagavan is going to say. So Bhagavan says that it is my presence with which this Jivan, sun, it illuminates the whole universe. Similarly, the moon also. So there is no difference between the Jivan that is there in the sun or the Jivan that is there in an ant, or there is no difference in a mosquito or a human being or a dog or a cat or a plant or even in a virus. So the Jivan is same. Okay, there is no higher jiva or lower jiva, etc. All jivas are one only. All the Jivan is same because it is Bhagavad Amsham only. So looking down upon on any other species in this universe is not correct. It is not correct at all. Okay. So the aham feeling inside, that is the Jivan. What is the Jivan? How the Jivan expresses in this body is the aham, I. All the time it says I. That what is it? Which is the one that is saying I am. That is the Jivan, and that Jivan is consciousness, presence of Brahman. It is the Brahman which says I through this body. It is the same Brahman which says I through the sun. It is the same Brahman which says I in an ant also, in a plant also. Okay, so it is the same Jivan with which, because of the presence of my presence, Bhagavan says, it is because of my presence, all of them shine, all of them move around, all of them do whatever karmas they are doing, etc. It is because of my presence. I am the one who is sitting everywhere. That is the point. That is the main point here. Yada adityagadam tejaha jagad bhasayate akhilam yat chandramasi yat agnau tat tejo vidhi mamakam. I am the one, I am the brilliance of the sun which illuminates the whole world, and I am also the brightness of the moon, and I am also the brightness that is there in the fire also. And Bhagavan continues, 13th, Gama Vishyacha Bhutani Dharayamyahamojasa Pushnami Chaushadhi Sarvaha Somo Bhutva Rasatmakaha Gama Vishyacha Bhutani Dharayamyahamojasa Pushnadi Chaushadhi Sarvaha Somo Bhutva Rasatmakaha. Bhagavan already explained about the sun, moon and fire. Bhagavan is talking about the earth. Where do we live? All humans, animals, the plants, we are all created and sustained and returns into the earth only. Each one of us are born in this earth and stays for some time and goes back into this earth only. Is it not? Now, if suppose somebody says, and we know that we are all jivas, I am a jiva, you are a jiva, the plant is a jiva, everything is a jiva. Suppose someone says that this earth is not a jivan, how stupid it is. That is why in our ancestors always told us that we have to worship Bhumi, we have to worship Agni, we have to worship the sun, because they are all devas. They are all devas. Because of them we are all alive. Because of them only we are all alive. That is why they are all considered as jiva, as well as they are, because of which we are. So we should have the gratitude towards them. So that is why we always worship them. They are considered as devas. Okay. So all humans, animals, plants, we are all created and we all return to earth, and Bhumi is also sentient. See, actually speaking, every point in this universe, wherever it is, known, unknown, is sentient. Because every point moves, every point vibrates. There is not a single point in this universe that doesn't vibrate. Because energy is there in everywhere and energy is vibrating. And that vibration, behind that vibration, there is consciousness. Without consciousness, nothing can vibrate. So, because see, if there is no consciousness, this Jagat is not there. How do you know? Look at yourself. Am I conscious? Yes, I am conscious. Because of I am consciousness, because of my consciousness, which is there inside this body, I am experiencing a world. So this universe exists only and only because of the presence of consciousness. And the same is true for every one of us. So that suppose you say, no, this consciousness is not there. Then suppose I die, consciousness doesn't die. Consciousness is ever there, present in everything and everywhere. Okay, Bodham, consciousness, is present in everywhere. And that consciousness we call it as Bhagavan, Sarvajnaha, Sarvashaktaha, Sarvavyapi, etc. Similarly, the same consciousness is there in earth also. Gamavishya, Aham Paramatma. Because Krishna talks about I means Paramatma, I as Paramatma, Gamcha Avishya, entering the earth as an Amsham, entering the earth also as Bhagavan's part. There is no Bhagavan's part, Bhagavan is there everywhere. We are taking it as an Amsham in the earth, entering there. Okay. Ojasa, I give my strength and energy to Bhutani, all the jivas here. The humans, animals, plants, and so many other water world or the birds, etc. Okay, Sarva Bhutani, all jivas, Dharayami, I support, I nourish. Because of my presence in the earth, I nourish everything here. Because I am present in Bhumi. Because of my presence in Bhumi, I nourish every being here. Dharayami, I support. Rasatmakaha somaha bhutva. I become the moon which is pleasant, which is jalamayam, which is rasatmakaha, which is pleasant. You can take it as pleasant. Rasatmakaha somaha bhutva. I am the one who is entering the moon, which gives moonlight, which is so pleasant. Then, sarvaha oshadhihi pushnamicha. I am the one entering into the earth and nourishing all the oshadhi, all the plants, herbs, big trees, everything. I am the one who is nourishing all of this. By my presence in the earth, all of them flourish and it gives food. We know. Tasmadva edasmadatmana akashas sambhutah akashad vayuhu vayoragnihi agnerapah adbhyah prithvi. From the Atma, the Akasha appears first, and from Akasha Vayu, from Vayu Agni, from Agni Jalam, from Jalam Prithvi, Prithivya Oshadhayaha. Upanishad, Taittiriya Upanishad. From the Prithvi, all Oshadhayaha, all the plants, Oshadhi Bhyonnam. From the Oshadhi, Annam, food. Food is created. And Annat Purushaha. From there, all the jivas are formed, all created. So, Bhagavan says the same thing here. Gama Vishyacha Bhutani Dharayam Yaha Mojasa. Then, Rasatmagaha Somaha Bhutva Sarvaha Oshadihi Pushnamicha. I am the Paramatma. I stay or enter in every one of us as well as everything in this earth, and I am the one who is making the whole plants, and I nourish the somam also. I nourish them. I nourish the plants, and because of which everything else gets nourishment or grows. So I am the one. The main point is, Bhagavan says, I am the one who is there in everything, even the sun, the moon, the fire, and the plants, etc. Okay, that is what we have to understand. That is, everything is sentient. Very simple. What is the message here? The message is, I exist in everything and everywhere. That is the message. Okay, that is the message here. We'll move to the 14th verse. Now comes the beautiful verse. So, Bhumi is also a jiva, sun is also a jivan, right? Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva, 14th verse. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Dehamashritaha Pranapana Samayuktaha Pachamyannam Chaturvidham. Aham, I, Paramatma, Praninam Deham Ashritaha. I enter the bodies of all jivas. Everything is jivas only. I enter every jivas here. Then I become Vaishwanaraha. I am the Vaishwanaraha. Vaishwanaro Bhutva. Vaishwanaraha means that fire, the Jadharagni. Pranapana Samayuktaha. I join with the prana and apana. Then, after that, Chaturvidham Annam Pachami. I digest these food which is of 4 types. See, the food that is consumed by us is of 4 types. Okay? Bhakshyam. Bhakshyam means that which you and eat. Okay, anything that is hard and all that, when we cannot swallow it. We have to chew it, and then slowly along with the saliva we take it in. So that is called bhakshyam. This is one type. Then bhojyam. There are some which can be swallowed. We can swallow it. Not necessarily, we don't have to chew it and then eat. Then the third type is lehyam, which can be only licked. See, there are certain lehyam. Lehyam is a specific word which is used in Ayurveda and all. There will be some powder they will give, and then you have to mix with either honey or ghee or something like that. Many sort of lehyam is available. Rasayanam we call it. Agastya Rasayanam, Chevanaprasham, all that. So they can be only licked. You have to take it in your spoon or in your hand and lick. You cannot swallow it. You cannot use your teeth and all that. Lehyam. So bhakshyam, bhojyam, lehyam and choshyam. Choshyam is that can be sucked in, which can only, you cannot do, you do other 3, you have to suck only. You have to suck, like some mango and all, you can just suck the juice from inside. So like that, choshyam. So bhakshyam, bhojyam, lehyam, choshyam. These 4 types of food that we intake, What all things are happening in this body? Have you ever thought about it? There are thousands and thousands and thousands of subtle actions are going on inside our body. The food that we take, we consume, and actually we forget about it. Right? After food, we really contemplate on this, what is happening in our body? We just go to sleep. Next day morning, we are fresh, we have got a lot of energy, we are thinking. So there are so much of action that is going on inside the brain, and there are so many things that is happening in the heart. That is, see, the heart is pumping. Then there are so many functions that is happening in the kidney, in the liver, in your stomach, in your lungs, and all the muscles all over the body. Yesterday there was severe pain, but today morning the pain is not there. That is, repair is going on. And yesterday I was tired, today morning I am fresh. What we did after all? These 4 types of annam we took, that's all. Did we do anything? Do we take any doership in it? That is, do we have any machine, and then, do you use that machine all night, putting your hand and then do some churning, something we are doing? Nothing. We don't do anything. Happily we go to sleep. Is it not? Think about it. For a minute, think about it. What all things are happening inside this body? Thousands and thousands and thousands of action. Even one action, we cannot do that. We can't do. All that is happening, everything is happening. In whose presence? Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva. I am the one who is sitting inside all jivas and taking this food, whichever is in 4 types, and mixing with air. What we do? We are taking prana and apana. Prana apana samayuktaha. Prana is the one which we exhale. The exhale is called prana and inhalation is called apana. So prana and apana, along with the air that we take in, the food is getting pachamyaham. I am the one who is cooking. I am the one who is cooking. The cooking that is happening in the kitchen is not the real cooking. The real cooking happens inside our body. Not only our body, in the animal's body also, in the plant's body also, in all the earth and the sun and everywhere. Everyone is eating. We only know about these 4 types of food that we take. Others, there are other jivas also, they are also taking in, breathing out and all that. But we cannot imagine many of the things. We know certain things about humans, we know about the animals, we know about plants, we know about the birds and the water world things. Some of the things we know. But there are so many things that is happening in this universe. Even in this small body, which is nothing, the whole life of this body is like this. If you take the life of celestial, our life is this much only. So during that time, the food that we consume is being processed in thousands and thousands of ways by my presence. Bhagavan says, my presence as Vaishwanara. Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashritaha Pranapana Samayuktaha Pachamyannam Chaturvidham. Pachami, I am the one who is cooking and releasing it out as energy. I am releasing as energy. So we have to sit and think. Without the presence, in the absence, see, then we say that, okay, then the time when I am dead, then who is doing all this? when the body, this jiva is released, still there are thousands jivas are there in this body. You leave it on the earth, we will know it. Thousands of worms and things will, kida and all that will start coming out of the same body only. So all of this is happening all the time. You take termite, just it is only mitti only, From there, how there are thousands of ants come out. So the presence of Jiva is there at all times. Even now also in this body, there are so many kidas are there inside. So many worms and so many things are there inside our body as bacteria, good bacteria. We call it good bacteria and bad bacteria, etc. But for that bacteria, this body is a food only. Okay. So, Bhagavan says, Aham Vaishwanaro Bhutva, I am the Vaishwanaran, I am the Jataragni. As Jataragni, I am the one who is cooking and releasing energy with the help of prana. Samyuk, pranapana samyuk, samayuktaha. I join with the prana and apana. Along with prana and apana, I digest the four kinds of food and releasing the energy, give out energy. See, even procreation also is happening with a sankalpa only, in the presence of consciousness and a thought. A sankalpa, even procreation happens. A new jiva is formed in this universe because of a thought and the presence of consciousness. Think about it. So, everything that is happening here, without the presence of consciousness, no new life also can be formed, and not even a small process, a small conversion of energy can happen. Behind every conversion of energy, from the food to the actions that is happening, is my presence. Bhagavan says it is because of the presence of me, presence of consciousness. So that presence is Bhagavan, that presence is consciousness, that is Atma, that is Paramatma, that is Brahman. Okay, so Bhagavan, see what is Bhagavan doing with all these verses? He is making it so clear to us that I am the one in everything and everywhere, doing everything. In my presence only, everything is happening here. Drop your doership. Drop the doership. Leave it to God. Ananyas chintayanto mam yejana paryupasade tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Bhagavan said at the end. So, this is what we have to do. We have to drop our doership. Don't think I can do this, I can do that, etc. Drop everything and leave it to God. Bhagavan is the one who is doing everything. We are not doing anything. So that is what Bhagavan is making is clear. We will continue from 15th verse next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tat Sat Brahmarpanamastu.